The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your mic.
Guys, listen up.
What's up, Coach?
Now, I'm not going to hit y'all with some big speech, all right? This is the finals. Y'all know what y'all got.
Yeah.
Now, I got one thing to say. These guys y'all about to face up there, they're bums.
Straight bums.
Okay, Coach? I want y'all to go out there and show them what a pile of trash they are.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win!
.2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And the home floor for the series tonight in Los Angeles, as the Lakers will be playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. Taking a look at the 76ers, they've hit their stride at the best possible time, dominating their competition in these playoffs. Only 3 losses to this point. These guys seem poised to...
And a little behind-the-scenes action. The team preparing for perhaps its biggest game of the season so far. Right here on 2K Sports. The busy freeways of London. And before we get going, let's hear from Sixers. He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. A look at the 76ers starting group. Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis is out there with Howard. And it's George in at the 1. Here's the 3. Doesn't go for him. Simmons with the defensive effort. Floats one. And Harris wide open. He shoots the basket, good off the assist from Simmons. Harris has got the first basket of the game for Philadelphia. James outside. Back to George. He drains the quick shot.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Passes it to Embiid. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
Hands it from downtown. George has got 5.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Pass to Embiid. The 3. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. On defense, the Lakers. Here's Thibault. Outside, Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. Harris against LeBron. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to George. Over Simmons. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. George against Simmons. George, no good.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Simmons inside. He's guarded by Howard. Embiid against Howard. 6 to shoot. Tries from 16. Thibault can't get it to go. Lakers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. George finds Davis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
The drive by Simmons. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Lakers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Danny Green. Simmons inside. Defended by George. Embiid, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
George against Simmons. Now the pass to Ennis. Here's Baines. He's guarded by Davis. Shot clock at 5. Passes to Simmons. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker. Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Ennis, good.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Back to George. Over Simmons. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Caldwell-Pope. And that's now 7 points for George. The 76ers trail by 3. And Simmons kicks to Baines. Back to Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. That one goes. Count it. 6 points for Joel Embiid.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
James, the pass to George. George missing again.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Out to the right wing. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the pass was released and then tearing the basket almost out of the glass.
George, that's a two-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Burke looking over the floor. Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the evening. And he knocks down. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Anthony Davis is out there with Howard. Then there's Murray. And it's Green. And it's George. And it's the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And a dunk by Horford.
Slick in the pick and roll. Simmons, when a passing lane is open, he jumps all over.
Lakers trail by 7. Back to George. And stolen by Burke. And now Philadelphia on the break. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's George. Murray outside. Pass to George. Clock at 6. A three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Burke. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. There's 1:17 left in the first half. Here's George. Good on the shot. And now just a 3-point 76ers lead.
That finish brings me back to the old days. The silky smooth finger roll.
Kicks it to Horford. And there's the pass to Thibault. 14 feet away. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. Outside, George fires from deep. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
Embiid, the pass to Thibault. 26 seconds left here in the second. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Howard. LeBron comes in for Murray. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Danny Green. And then for Philadelphia, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. And Harris subbed in for Burke. George against Simmons. From past the arc. The shot by George, no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you. And we're ready to get back into the action here in game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. It's been one outstanding game from George.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Yeah, you know, I think he relishes the pressure, especially in a big game like this one. He really eats that stuff up.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Harris. And it's Thibault in at the 2. From deep, George. It's hauled in by the 76ers. The feed to Simmons. That shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Passes it to George. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's 21 points for George.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
18 feet out, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Simmons against George. Inside, here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Simmons passes to Harris. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Up top, Embiid. He's guarded by Howard. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Horford. Simmons trying to get open. James with some nice D.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Green kicks to George. Pass to James. For the lead. It's hauled in by Harris. The 76ers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. They get it back.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
George, no good. 76ers shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Outside, Simmons. Here's Horford, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the 76ers lead by 2. And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. And it's Alex Caruso in for Green. James, the pass to George. Good, and the assist goes to James. George has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Setting the table for his teammates, James. Enjoys sharing and passing the ball and getting others involved, I think, more than any other aspect of his game.
Ennis passes to Harris. And And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, over time, I think Harris has become really good at accepting more responsibility, and that's part of learning how to be a leader.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's George, who's got 23. Kuzma outside. Back to George. Yep, it counts. George has got 25 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passing. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
It's a floater, and no good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
76ers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. The 76ers have been good at the line so far. 5. Davis and Cousins down low at the 4 and the 5. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. And it's George in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Good on the three-point shot. George has got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. And stolen by LeBron. And James with a clear path to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
The 76ers trail by 10. Pass to Embiid. Back to Burke. Quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And the rejection by Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Los Angeles making a switch here. Howard's checked in. On the wing, Harris. James covering. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Thibault. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Green. Here's George, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Now here's Burke, defended by George. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the 76ers. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Simmons checked in for the 76ers. Los Angeles leading by 12. James outside. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Puts up a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. George has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Stolen by George. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. George has got 18 points just in the second half. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And And guys, you can go ahead and put game one in the record books. Exactly how they wanted to kick off this series against a tremendous opponent. Big win for the Lakers.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Here's the Lakers with the ball. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Davis is really the total package. A mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And it's Alex Caruso in for Green. The pass to Ennis. Feeds to Scott. Passes it to Bolden. Frazier against Davis. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Scott. Sinks that one from the post. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. George, that's a 2-pointer. And that one hits back iron. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by George. And George with the stuff.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so... You know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jay, playing in the first NBA Finals of your career, is this everything you thought it would be?
David, thank you as always.